Seville, take this shit without train. It's waiting for the thug. All my thugs cock your nines like this. Shoot a bitch and don't you miss. All my thugs cock your nines like this. Shoot a bitch and don't you miss. This is a robbery. Now get on the ground. Give me that wallet and hush your mouth. Right now.
Okay, so I'm about to tell y'all the story. It's like a tragic story to me. It's like the first time I got robbed, well, the only time I got robbed. So alright, this how it go. So this happened some years ago or whatever, probably, a while ago. It was my sophomore year in college. So I was going to school at Georgia Southwestern, like traditional schooling, meaning, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't no online at this time. So I'm actually going to class, sitting in the classroom every day. I'm a sophomore, right? Majoring in psychology with a minor in social work. And I graduated. But anyway, so at this point, I'm in my sophomore year. So it's like probably about 2 weeks before Christmas. I had my own apartment. So I was living on the south side. Over there by where y'all know, like that wash house. It used to be Rubo's, like a little grocery store. Well, right there in front of it. Well, it's a wash house. Now directly across the street from that, it's an old ass house that was like 2 stories. So the owner converted that 2 stories into 4 separate apartments. My apartment was on the second floor, like at the top. And it had a big picture window in the living room, so like I could see everything outside. Like sometimes I used to go open the window, lift the window up, and actually just step out and sit on the roof, like on Set It Off, the movie, some shit like that. Anyway, long story short, at the time I'm going to Georgia Southwestern. I'm in my sophomore year, but I'm also working a full-time job at this factory. I'm a supervisor, you know what I'm saying? And at this point, we was still getting paid in paper checks and all that, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no internet, it wasn't none of that. So we getting paid in paper checks. I was getting paid every Friday. I bring home like $400 every Friday. I ain't had no children. I ain't had no bills other than like my rent and lights and little some shit like that. And I was getting school money. I ain't had no girlfriend. I wasn't committed to nobody, so I was living it up. You know, I had a white Honda Accord photo, sunroof, all that. So I had put some rims on it. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, the style of rims I had was like them shits that just came out, so it was a big deal or whatever. Whoop de whoop. So, but I'm working now. I ain't no street nigga or nothing like that. I ain't at this point. I wasn't even smoking weed at this point. I just drink a beer now and then, you know. So it was the one Saturday. So at my job, I work Monday through Friday, right? So I'm off on the weekend. So this Saturday, I wake up early. It's a pretty Saturday. It's like 2 weeks before Christmas. It's cold as hell, but the sun out is pretty. I wake up early that morning and I go clean my car up and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I used to park it directly across the street, because directly across the street is, like I said, that old Rubo's, but it was closed and it was like a bando by that point. So it was just a big parking lot right there. So I used to park my car right there because I could see it. You know, just look out the front picture window and I see my car, whatever. So I washed my car. Then I came back home. I hadn't even kept my paycheck. My paycheck was like $450. It was laying on on top of my speaker in the front room or whatever. So I came back home and I had went to Video Warehouse. So this was during the time where you still rent movies or whatever. It wasn't no streaming and all that shit. I had went and rented some movies. I'll never forget the movie that I was watching and fell asleep on was the movie that Denzel Washington was in called not Denzel Washington, but Snoop, called Bone Collector, I think. So I'm watching this movie. It gotta be like 1, 2 o'clock in the evening, in the day. I fall asleep. So when I wake back up, it's getting dark. You know what I'm saying? Because it get dark early. So it's probably like 6 o'clock. It's dark. I wake up and I'm hungry. So I get in the car. I go to Burger King, go through the drive-through, get me something to eat, and come straight back. Park the car, get out, go upstairs, go in the apartment. I hadn't been back up in the apartment but like 5 minutes before somebody bamming on the door. Boom, 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 boom. So I go to the door. I ain't thinking that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with nobody. I ain't thinking this and that. So I look out the peephole. Whoever this is got the peephole covered up though. I still ain't thinking nothing because it's been some time that my brother or either a friend of mine or somebody like that done came through, knock on the door, whoop whoop, cover up the peephole. I open the door and they rush in and grab me, play type shit. So it didn't strike me as, you know what I'm saying funny. The way my apartment was set up though, I could leave out of this front room and make a left and go into another room, which was my little, I call it my guest bedroom. It had a door too. And this door face out onto the hallway and it got a peephole. So I just go around there, go look out that peephole, and I see 2 dudes. They squatting down in front of the peephole at the other door. But I'm still, I ain't no street nigga or nothing. I ain't thinking, I ain't got nothing going on. So I'm thinking this somebody playing, somebody, that rock with me. I can't see no faces or nothing like that. The dude it's a tall, skinny dude and like a shorter, like my height type of nigga, like, but he nigga fat fuck type nigga, fat fuck ass nigga. So I go back around there and knock on the door again. I just snatch the door open. You know what I'm saying? Cause in my mind, I'm like, all right, I'm finna turn the tables on y'all this time. I snatch the door open. I'm finna goddamn. I'm thinking it's probably my brother or somebody, so I'm finna try my best to choke your ass and I'm gonna throw you on the floor or some shit. Man, look, when I snap that door open, this motherfucker with the damn green, I'll never forget what nigga had on. Nigga had on a green Philadelphia Eagles hoodie. Had the hood on. And he had like a t-shirt or something tied around his face, almost like a ninja type shit. So all I could see was his eyes or whatever. Man, this nigga, like he up that fire and saw that bit right in my face. And just so happened, he pushed it in my mouth. I'm talking about cut my damn lip and everything. So my fight or flight response kicked in, like my body just like reflex type shit. I swung on this motherfucker, but the fat fuck that was with him, he done came from behind this nigga and caught me. He grabbed me like right here and he caught my arm or whatever. And the nigga threw me on the floor. They stomped me out. They stomped me out or whatever. The tall skin nigga with the pistol, that nigga was pissed that I even had the nuts to swing on him, right? So this nigga was going in, like this nigga was punching me and shit like that. But look, I'm gonna make a part 2 of this. Hey, y'all subscribe to my channel and help me out. You know what I'm saying? And the more and more time goes by, I'm gonna have better videos, more entertaining videos, but I need y'all to support me though.